Um, hey, what's up? My name is Emma. I just wanted to finally make an introductory video talking about who I am, what I hope to do here with my channel. So, yeah, stick around. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania, went to school at West Virginia University, and now I've been living in Texas for 4 years. That's about to be finished in like a week and a half. I'm moving to Montana. To go live with my boyfriend, and I was planning on moving out of the state anyway, and then that detour just kind of happened. Um, so yeah, I been some places, about to be some more places. Never thought I'd end up in Montana, but here we are. A little bit about me. I've always been an athlete. I still qualify myself as an athlete. I grew up playing an array of sports, everything from soccer to field hockey to gymnastics to swimming to track and field, like everything across the board. I like to compete. I will compete in anything, and I like to win. But I also just like the drive of competition, the want to do more, the want to push yourself past even your own boundaries. And I mean that comes in and out of the gym. I'm always trying to do more than I probably should be, especially from a fitness standpoint. But I want to be able to do anything um, that I want to set my mind to, and just kind of always be prepared for as much as I can be. I love I love to cook, and I love to eat even more, which is kind of why I got so into cooking. Like I'm talking about, I grew up watching Food Network more than anything else after a certain point. Shout out to Guy Fieri, okay? Diners, Drives, and Dives, Chef's Kiss, by far my favorite. Chopped was definitely a close second. And then I used to love like the baking wars, especially like the Halloween edition. I just think it's cool what people can do, and I really love the mindset of a chef where taking a minimal amount of ingredients or finding something that's really fresh and in season and being able to find other things that go along with it that are also the same thing and create something that just tastes really good. Uh, yeah, that's my end goal. But also, I mean, I just love to eat, so I learned to cook so I could enjoy my own food to eat. I like to put my body through the ringer for sure. Soft, easy, gentle, not really in my vocabulary. um, I really also I'm a big reader. It's become something that's kind of come back full swing as of late. Like I read more than I watch TV. I I watch movies every now and then, but like 95% of the time, honestly, I'm probably reading. I've read 12 books in like the last 6 months, which is just wild, but I can't help it. It's what I enjoy. And then I find more recommendations or things to read, or like 6 book series. And then I devour that in like a month and a half. And aside from that, I like to try to be artsy. I would love to get more into that. I've always loved painting. I think charcoal or like graphite work is really pretty when it comes to like the art world. And then on top of that, like I'm a DIY crafty girl. I think it's fun. I like to just be able to do things for myself. I think there is a benefit in having, a lot of tools. I had a friend talk about it as like you're the Swiss Army knife of like girls. Like you do a little bit of everything. It's like, yeah, I want to be able to do everything. Now, could I fix something completely on my own without maybe calling a mechanic or a plumber or first aid? No. But I want to be able to try to solve the problem first and also have a better understanding instead of just being like, hey, I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna just need you to get here, and I can't get an estimate or anything like that. I think it just came from my dad was a handyman around the house. So like I followed him around. I was a daddy's little girl for sure. Learned a bunch of stuff from him. I didn't want to be helpless. I wanted to know when my oil needed changed, how to do that. Little things like my hot water was out at my apartment. And it's like, okay, if it's just the shower, something's wrong there. Or if my whole apartment's out of hot water, then, the pilot light is out. And I've actually got my car fixed the other day, and I was talking to the owner of the shop, and his daughter's husband grew up like the complete opposite of someone like I did, or like how he raised his daughters, where Her husband thought that the pilot light being on for the hot water heater meant that there was going to be a fire in the attic. So, it's just stuff like that. And like, that's no fault of his own. That's how he was raised. I was raised as somebody who understood what those little things meant. I love nature. Texas is not for me for that standpoint. Is there some pretty walking trails out here? Yes. Some want to call it hiking. In my mind, hiking involves elevation, and there's really just no elevation out here. Now, if I were to go out towards Big Ben or Austin or something, totally. I can feel more outdoorsy there. But living in Dallas, one is too hot. And then like there's nothing for me to want to go outside and do other than like you're sitting by the pool cooking, and then you go sit in some warm bathtub water, and it's like, this ain't it. So, give me trees, give me the beach, give me trees first, give me a mountain, give me something to climb to. I love vantage points. That's the whole reason for me. Like, I like sitting up there and having a view. I do love me the beach. I'm down to surf the waves, that kind of thing. But I need outdoorsy stuff, and Dallas specifically does not fit the bill for me. And I've just always been that way. I grew up hiking, being in the woods, like all that stuff. It's in my blood, and it makes me happy. I love the work that I do. I'm a personal trainer, helping clients, all that stuff. But the outside of work things out here just aren't as fulfilling as I'd like them to be. And last but not least, if your girl is going to break for anything, chocolate chip cookie, brownie, straight up chocolate, I do not care. I've only really done one cut in my life because I have a bad relationship with numbers in the scale, and I'll get more into that like in later videos about my health and fitness journey. But yeah, chocolate, anything. I grew up 30 minutes from Hershey, Pennsylvania. You can smell chocolate in the air. I could blame that. I don't know. I'm not mad about it. But it's definitely a thing for sure. Yeah. Chocolate's for sure my weakness. Things that I'm really passionate about, health and fitness for sure. Like I said, always been an athlete, always been someone who likes to compete and be physically active. And then inside of that, I just grew up to love health and fitness. My parents got into it early. At first I was against it, fell more into it in late high school, early college. And then I tried to combine my sports and love with that by going athletic training. And I love everything I learned from that. But I just don't feel like that career field has an ideal balance of work life unless you go into like the industrial industry. And then most of the people that try to become an athletic trainer, for those of you who don't know, it's the person who runs out on the field when someone gets injured in like a football, baseball, whatever game. That's an athletic trainer. The work-life balance just isn't there. If I want to work with sports, I'm working 80, 100 hours a week and just not making a living wage. And then aside from that, you got to work industrial, and that's just not the vibe. Helping others is also a big passion of mine. I'm a giver. I've always been a giver, whether it's gifts, my time, like what I have knowledge wise, anything. I like to help people. And I've always been a hard worker, and that's just something that again like came from how I was raised. And I don't mind being a hard worker. Do I want to be able to find something that I can work hard at and be compensated for, in the sense of like, money's not everything for me, but we got to make money to live in the way that this stuff is designed. So like, I want to be able to have a good balance there and not be struggling just because I'm, loving what I do, or working hard at what I do. I don't mind grinding, like the 80, 100 hours a week. I don't mind it, but there also needs to be able to be breaks and just time to have a life and do other things. And that's one thing that athletic training wasn't able to do for me that I feel like personal training is. So yeah. Another thing, I think I kind of touched on base on this, but cooking, outside of health and fitness, like cooking is just another passion to where like if I had a different route, I want to say a chef, but in today's world, a food critic, man, just sit here and make videos and munch on some food. It might be coming. So yeah, keep a lookout. Overall, what you're probably going to see on this channel is going to be a melting pot of things. Could it go a more singular or tunneled perspective later on, sure. But right now, I just want a space to share stuff. I want to share my life. I love the idea of like mini vlogs and that kind of thing. Uh, I love the encapsulation of memories that can happen when you make little mini vlog videos. I want to share my mindset and ideals on things. And like if people want to relate and listen to me, fantastic. I love to talk about the stuff that I'm interested in and am passionate about. So I love listening to people talk about that stuff. My goal is to have people love listening to me talk about that stuff. I am sorry it's so sweaty. I am in Texas and I'm sitting in the car with the car off and your girl is dying. And just to share my passions, you know, like I might start getting into making like cooking videos, whether it's meal prep or easy healthy recipes or just what I like to make or me like trying a challenging recipe and if I fail or succeed, you know. And then, you know, my health and fitness journey, whether it's education on how to lift weights or workouts, how to eat, that kind of stuff, or my, you know, my overall journey and the ups and downs with that and the time that it takes and the investment that is involved. But, you know, it's a lifelong investment and it's meant to be a lifelong commitment and you'll always be reaping benefits that way. So I hope you enjoyed a little get to know me. Stay tuned for what's to come. There's going to be a lot more shorts in the time being until I kind of get a grasp on what I want these longer videos to kind of look and be like and ideas and stuff like that. But I've been putting all this off for way too long. And at the end of the day, like, fuck it. Just go for it. We're going to try it. And I hope you enjoy coming along this ride and this journey with me. Let's see who vibes and who doesn't. If you don't, cool. Live your life. If you do, welcome. What's up? Let's have a great time. Just going out to eat is expensive. There's gonna be a lot of cuts in this video and some bloopers for y'all at the end because your girl can't talk. I mean, we're Wednesday into the week. Yeah, we're 3 days into the week. It's Wednesday. I'm a little hot right now, if you can't tell.